Christopher Nkunku was spotted at Chelsea's Cobham training base ahead of the club's big Premier League clash with Manchester City on Saturday. The striker is yet to make his competitive debut since signing in the summer, but is now taking steps towards his recovery. Injured in the final preparation match of the American circuit in August, Nkunku is working towards a highly anticipated first appearance in blue in a championship match. The meeting with Pep Guardiola's side comes too soon for him, but the presence of a star player returning to the team will certainly lift spirits a little. The Blues went into the game on a high after beating London rivals Tottenham 4-1 on Monday, but that game also showed the need for someone like Nkunku. Despite the scoreline, there was a clear sense of inexperience throughout the squad that a player like Nkunku was expected to bring. The 25-year-old was Germany's top scorer last year despite missing more than 2 months of the season with another injury, and Mauricio Pochettino hopes he can have a similar impact at Stamford Bridge. Nkunku is doing really well, he is working hard, I think he is very close, the coach explained last month. As soon as possible, we can invite him to participate again. After the next international matches, maybe he will participate. He is a player that when you see the goals he scored last season, he scored goals and I think we are missing goals. That's why we think he's a player who can be important for us. He has proven he can score goals in the Bundesliga. If we had scored 8 or 10 goals from Nkunku today, maybe the situation in the league would have been completely different. These are goals that we missed because we were in a different location. Bad luck, but you can't complain, you have to work. We look forward to bringing him back and helping the team get to another position. Now, after splitting his time between England and Paris to recover, Nkunku has been pictured training at Cobham Gym. In a series of photos posted on Wednesday, Chelsea showed Nkunku and Raheem Sterling chatting on an exercise bike. The former RB Leipzig man is expected to return before the end of the year, with Chelsea facing Newcastle, Brighton, Everton, Sheffield United, Wolves, Crystal Palace and Luton before moving on to 2024. Chelsea star Mykhailo Mudryk could pull off a potential heist of one of London rivals Arsenal's transfer deals in January as he tries to take a former teammate to Chelsea in a similar deal like the deal he himself made last year. Mudryk himself scored his first 2 goals for Chelsea this season, the first in a 2-0 win over Fulham in October before his stunning strike in a 2-2 draw with the Gunners not allowing him to catch up with the goalkeeper. David Raya passed out in front of the Matthew Harding stand. But things could have been very different. The Blues' current winger was due to head to the Emirates Stadium, but a late push from Todd Boehly and Cove saw the youngster land at SW6, leaving North London mostly red. But now he is trying to recruit another young superstar from Shakhtar Donetsk to Stamford Bridge in the form of 21-year-old Georgi Sudkov. Having been pictured hiding in an underground bunker in Kiev early during the Russian invasion of Ukraine, Sudkov was thought to have had his dreams of becoming a professional footballer snatched away from him. However, he's managed to maintain and even improve his skill as the war rages on around him in incredible circumstances, having not trained for over a month when the war began. Despite the setbacks, he eventually made his debut for the national team in a friendly against Bahrain in May earlier this year. The Ukrainian international predominantly plays as an attacking midfielder but is also capable of featuring on the wings, having already bagged 3 goals and 1 assist in 13 games so far this season. The Gunners are thought to be vying with the Blues for the star's signature in January, with both sides keeping an eye on his development in a situation scarily similar to that of Mudryk's own back in January 2022. Romeo Lavia has posted a positive message online as the Chelsea midfielder continues to recover from the injury that has left him unable to play for the club anymore. A big signing from Southampton in the summer, arriving in the same week as Moises Caicedo, the teenager has endured a disappointing start to life in blue. The young Belgian picked up a hamstring injury last season between late August and October, meaning he was only able to play 29 times in the league for Saints, but as this was his first senior season as Ferry, so it's still very impressive. He played more than 2,200 minutes, almost double what Reece James did. Having been at the center of one of the big transfer stories of the summer, preseason has been difficult for Lavia as he prepares for a move, and that has given him more time. Left the first team in the weeks following his arrival. It is hoped he will be fit to play after the international break in September. He needs a few weeks to be ready to integrate into the team, coach Mauricio Pochettino said in August. He is trying to catch up with his teammates. As for Romeo, we have to wait a few weeks. Manchester United looks set to miss out on the signing of Napoli centre-forward Victor Osimhen, as Chelsea have made contact to capture him first, according to one journalist. Osimhen has established himself as one of the best strikers in the world in recent seasons. Last term, he managed 31 strikes in just 39 games, as Napoli won their first Serie A title in 33 years and also reached the last 8 of the Champions League. Osimhen appears set for another great campaign this time around, as he has already found the back of the net 6 times in 10 appearances with the Nigerian's current contract set to expire in June 2025. Napoli have got to work on extending his terms until 2028. In August, it was widely reported that this new deal was on the verge of being signed. However, Napoli have never been able to get the fresh contract over the line. And they have not been helped by the club's social media team posting 2 videos which appeared to mock the player in September, which caused uproar. Given Osimhen's unbelievable scoring record, it is no surprise English teams are aiming to bring him to the Premier League. But Caught Offside recently stated that Chelsea are eager to accelerate talks with Napoli as they aim to win the hunt for Osimhen. And Napoli journalist Giovanni Scotto has now provided an update on the situation. Writing on X, formerly known as Twitter, he claims that Chelsea have taken another step towards snaring the 24-year-old by making contact with Napoli officials. Mauricio Pochettino is not convinced by current options such as Armando Broja and Nicholas Jackson, despite the latter's hat-trick against Tottenham, and has therefore urged Bowley to sign him a new, world-class striker. The Blues co-owner is now poised to meet that demand by pushing to take Osimhen to West London. Scotto adds that up to this point, Napoli have had no intention of negotiating Osimhen's potential exit. They would ideally like to keep him, but if they do have to sell, then they would rather do this at the end of the season. But Pochettino is insisting that Chelsea need to sort their unconvincing attack this winter, and this could see Chelsea launch a massive January bid. Napoli owner Aurelio De Laurentiis has previously told interested clubs they will have to pay £150 million for Osimhen, which would see Chelsea smash their transfer record. Fluminense club president Mario Bittencourt hopes to see Thiago Silva go to the Brazilian team before the end of his career. The Chelsea defender has previously expressed his desire to return to his boyhood club, and for the 3rd season in a row, he is approaching the final 6 months of his contract. Joining the Blues on a free transfer in August 2020, Silva has proven himself to be an important part of the Chelsea squad. Even today, at the age of 39, the former PSG and AC Milan star has established himself as a durable member of Mauricio Pochettino's starting 11 and plays every minute of the 2023-24 Premier League. Silva last signed a contract extension in February after widespread rumors of a return to South America. This is likely to repeat itself in the coming weeks. Bittencourt certainly hasn't given up on the prospect of returning to Fluminense. He said, via Sport Witness, "I continue with my desire to bring him back. For him to be an excellent player, because of his high performance for his age. It's a great tricolor. I'm sure that one day he will be able to play for Fluminense again." So far, Silva has preferred to keep quiet about his future, given the rumors that swirled 12 months ago. This relationship lasted for a long time, he told Globo Esporte in September 10th. "But I prefer to keep quiet at the moment because there have been controversies recently." However, ahead of his final season with the Blues, he admitted leaving the club would be difficult. His family grew up in Europe and Silva's 2 children played at the Chelsea Academy. Silva said he has a desire to return to Fluminense, but he told the Globo, "Everyone knows how much I want to return to Fluminense, but today it is difficult to tell my family about it because of the children I don't want to live in Brazil. It's a very complicated situation, but we still have a year to think and understand what we're going to do next year."